Alrighty, we are live. I think. Let me know in the comments, in the chat, if you can hear me loud and clear, if you can see me properly. Welcome to my second live. And today's topic is very simple. I will be doing live tarot readings for all 12 sun signs for this week. That is from February 8 to February 14. That's the period we are looking at. And if you have any questions you want me to do a reading for you, a special reading, a personal reading for you, just drop your question in the chat and I'll be happy to take up that question and do the reading for you whenever I get the time. And by that I mean I will do it live right here while I'm hosting this session. Now, if you saw the last video, what I had done was I did tarot readings for the entire month for all 12 sun signs, and where I showed you week by week what is going to happen and what is the gist of the month or the flavor of the month. Now, what I am going to be doing here is basically, right, what I'll be doing today is going sun sign by sun sign, starting with Aries all the way up to Pisces, and I will be looking at this week's reading. What does this week offer? What does this week bring for you? And it's going to be a simple three-card spread where we look at past influences, things in the past, maybe in the last week, the last month, even the last year, that are still kind of hanging around, that are still influencing your week. The second card will be the present card, that is how is this week looking. And the third card is the future card, likely future outcomes or likely future influences. How does the decision you make in this week, the actions you take in this week, how do they influence your future? How do they influence the weeks, days, and months coming ahead? So, without further ado, let's start. I think, yeah, I'm just looking at the live and it's looking fine. I hope it's sounding all right. So, let's start with Aries. If your sun sign is Aries, this is your weekly tarot reading for the week Feb 8 to Feb 14, 2026. So I've laid out the three cards and let's see what they have to say. I've always noticed this, that Aries always seems to be, good. They seem to get a very good reading. It's not a problem with the shuffling of the deck or anything like that. But I think it's just because we are in the year of the sun, we are in the number 1 year, and we're coming off a Mars year, which is the ruler of Aries. So I think there's this extra energy boost that Aries is getting. Even Scorpio, for that matter, if you notice, even Scorpio seems to be doing all right. So let's look at the cards. The past influences are the World card. This is the Nataraja card, if you can see. I hope you can see, right? This is the Nataraja card. You've been traveling the world. You've been doing a lot. You've been, on a whirlwind journey, so to speak. It could be in your personal life, in your professional life. And now you feel the need to settle down, which is why the present card is the Ten of Pentacles. I see a lot of you people, especially if you're NRIs, you might be thinking of coming back to India and kind of, settling down in India. You left your motherland because you wanted better career opportunities, you wanted better money, a better standard of living. But now somehow, I see a lot of you thinking, you know what, let's just go back to India. Or let's just, kind of, spend more time in India. You are done living in the world, you are done traveling the world. Of course, I'm talking about people who are maybe slightly older, and if your sun sign is Aries, you feel this pull back to India. You want to come back. But even if you're young, for that matter, or even if you're a student, I think the last few weeks, the last few months, especially 2025, must have been very, very busy. There was a lot of running around, a lot of, getting things done, running to get things done. And now you feel like you want to just stay still. You want to enjoy the moment. And it is a very good week to do that because the Ten of Pentacles is a very, very positive card. It is the card of home comforts. It is the card of material comforts. It is the card of, achievement and the enjoyment that comes after you have achieved something. So some of you might be students, you've given your exams, you're waiting for your results, and you feel confident that, I will get my results and they will be good. If you are working, quite likely You've put in a lot of efforts. You've done everything that was required of you. And now you just want to sit back, relax, kick up your feet, spend time with family, go on holiday. Life is good. You're in a good place. And that's a very, very good position to be. So this week, Aries is going to be comfortable. It's going to be vibrant. It's going to be happy. Okay. A lot to look forward to. Make the most of it. Because the future card, or the likely, what future outcome of actions in this week might be just that people kind of, people are jealous. People are jealous of your success, they are jealous of your achievements, and they start doing things behind your back. It is also possible that while right now you're feeling settled and you're feeling all right, life has been so hectic in the past that it's kind of taken a toll on your health. So, strong word of caution. I won't say it is something that is going to happen, it is going to manifest, but a good time to go and check your health, get those medical tests done, go see the doctor if you've been feeling a little low, you're feeling a little low on energy. This is a good week to maybe just kind of go see your doctor and see whether everything is ship shape. Okay, the next 3 months I see again activity picking up, stress increasing. You're again going to be kind of, people are going to seek you out. There's going to be a lot of work, a lot of socializing probably, and you may not find the time to relax over the next 3 months. It's quite possible. So, whatever you do in this week, if you are kind of hitting pause in this week, it's a very good idea. Take care of your health, take care of your finances, spend time with your loved ones, and just make sure, do a double check of your life. Go over your life with a fine comb. Okay, is there any aspect of my life that I need to pay attention to? That I need to pay closer attention to? Could be health, could be money, could be family. Okay, but all in all, it's a pretty good week because the Ten of Pentacles is the energy of the week. It's very good energy, and I don't see any real issues cropping up except for maybe a few health issues, which I think you should get checked out. Now let's come to Taurus, the second sun sign, and let's see what the week is going to be for Taurus. Let me quickly shuffle the pack. As I said, it's a simple three-card spread. Past influences, present week, present actions, present thoughts, present mindset, and the likely future outcome of these actions and these thoughts. What is it that you need to prepare for? So let's quickly look at what three cards have come up for Taurus. If you are Taurus, just let me know in the comments, say a hi, and I'll say a hi right back. Also, if you want to look at, let's say, the month reading, I did a very comprehensive monthly reading for each sun sign, which I released last week. So I'll pin that video in the description. But in addition to that, I've also done very detailed tarot spreads for the entire year, from January 2026 all the way to December 2026. How is each month going to be? What can you expect? What do you need to watch out for? The good, the bad, the ugly. It's all there. I'll pin the playlist in the comment section. Do check it out because it's a very, very important thing. It's a very good use of the tarot to kind of project and see what's going to happen over the next 1 year. Okay, so if there is any trouble brewing, let's say in June or July, you know right now I need to be careful in those months, and you can start taking corrective actions. But in the meantime, let's look at what the week of February 8 to 14 is going to look like for Taurus. The first card is the Six of Pentacles, the second card is the Three of Pentacles, and the third card is Judgment. So past influences, maybe you were a part of some community, you were doing well, people you were respected in that community. It could doesn't need to be a very large community. It could just be a circle of friends. It could be the company you're working with. Uh, you were required to be generous over there. You were kind of, I wouldn't say, the center of attention, but the invisible glue that is holding the community together, that was holding that bunch of people together. That's in the past. You were a valued member of that community. But also, I think money must have been an issue. I mean, let me know, Taurus, whenever you went out with your friends, did they expect you to pay? And, all right, you settle the bill, you pay the amount when you're going out, and you notice that nobody's paying you back. Yeah? Let me know if that is something you've experienced. That is the energy of the past. The energy of the present week is Three of Pentacles, which is very, very good. If people owe you money, this is the week you can ask for that money because you will get that money back if you have lent money to anyone. If you expect a raise, if you wanted, let's say, a small hike in salary or even a better job for that matter, this is a very good week. It's looking out. If you've applied to jobs, you might just hear back from them, and you should expect a pretty good hike if you get the job. In your current job, also, I think things should be fine. Money should be fine. Health should be fine. Things have been a little stressful in the past, I think. Now, I think in this week, things should settle down and you should actually be able to enjoy. But what's coming in the future is judgment. Uh, Six of Pentacles is in the past and the judgment is in the future. So there might be friend circles, communities that, you're done with. You're like, okay, you know what, I don't want to see you guys anymore. I am moving on. So this could represent a change in job, a change in location, just change in your circle of friends. Even you just start hanging out with other people rather than the friends that you have, that your friends that you've had for some time, because maybe you've started to feel a little undervalued in that group, in that community. That's a good thing. uh, since two pentacles cards have come which represent the body, and there's a judgment card which is the future. Again, like I said, with Aries, take care of your physical health, take care of your vehicles. If you have a car, if you have a bike, make sure that you give it for servicing and things are working all right. There are chances that your car or your bike might break down this week, and it might break down at the most inconvenient time. Let's say it's at night, you're on the highway, and you're driving down, and suddenly your car or bike develops a problem. So it's better to get it checked. Also, take care of your health. Don't stress out. Don't push yourself too much. Enjoy this week. Good news is coming, but also be careful. Also, if you are quitting a community, if you are quitting a company, you're leaving behind a circle of friends, try and be gentle about it. Okay, don't go around blaming people or picking fights with people as you exit. That's not really required. There's no need to do that. Uh, but other than that, it's a great week. Something is going to come to an end, that's for sure. And I think to a large extent, it's got to do with money, job, careers. And as I said, take care of your health, take care of your belongings, especially your car and your bike. Okay? There might just be a service that is due that you have forgotten. You don't want your car or bike breaking down at the wrong time. All right? Do these things and things should be fine. Now let's come to the third sun sign, which is Gemini. Let's quickly look at what the week says for Gemini, what the cards have to say for Gemini. Gemini is an air sign, as you know. Air in the ear of fire. Okay, either the fire will burn brighter, or the air will put out the fire. That's Those are two likely themes for all the air signs in 2026. So I'm laying out the cards. It's a simple three-card spread for Gemini. Past influences is the Two of Cups. Present is Ace of Pentacles, which is very good, and the future is King of Wands, an excellent, excellent reading for Gemini. Past influences, there is a relationship, there are people in your life that were important, a project that you maybe had started with a lot of enthusiasm, but might it's quite possible that that project fizzled out because you realized, you know what, hey, it's a lot of work. Yeah, it could be a love relationship that is also kind of fizzling out, or you've been sensing for some time that the spark is missing. The good times are gone, the honeymoon period is over, now it's time to get to work. But the good thing is that the present energies are the Ace of Pentacles. Now, the Ace of Pentacles is the Ganesha card, it's the card of the Muladhar, it is the card of new beginnings, and as they say, well begun is half done. So whatever project you have started in the past, number one, this card tells you that it's a good project, it's a project worth pursuing, it's a relationship worth pursuing. Don't give up on it yet, because the future card is the King of Wands, which is a very high energy, fiery energy, creative energy kind of a card. Because you're an air sign Gemini, I've seen this with a lot of air signs. they tend to get bored. You guys tend to get bored very, very easily. You need constant mental stimulation. You want chaos around you. You want things to be quick and you want results really, really fast. And when you don't get those results, you start getting restless. Now, the cards are telling me stay grounded, all right? Stay grounded. Don't get bored. Don't let your emotional ups and downs get in the way of the work, because if you stick it through, if you follow things through and work hard, the future is going to be very, very good. You might just be very close to achieving a breakthrough in some project. You might be very, very close to achieving something in a love relationship. Just when you thought that the relationship wasn't working out, it was getting stale, it was getting boring, it just gets this, infusion of energy. So whatever it is, stay grounded. Don't abandon projects. Don't abandon relationships. Don't give up at this stage. Stick things through. Be stable. Come down on terra firma, as they say. Don't let your thoughts get in the way of the actions that you need to take. The actions you take in this week are going to be very important because they are pulling you towards a future that is very, very creative, that is very, very good. Don't give up. This is not the week for giving up. This is the week to continue working and to continue being invested in people and projects that you have started in the past. Okay, that's the reading for you, Gemini. Now let's come to sun sign number 4, which is Cancer. Cancer is a water sign, very, very emotionally charged, emotionally led people. So let's see what the cards have to say. Whoops, so quite a lot of cards have fallen out. Um, Usually, when cards fall out during a reading, what we do is, oh God, that we have to kind of lay them out. But I won't be doing that just now in this reading because it's just a 3 card spread. So let me shuffle the deck, lay out the 3 cards. Cancer, this is your tarot reading for February 8 to February 14. Let's see what the cards have to say. Let's see how your week is going to be. Past influences is the Hermit. The present week is the Seven of Wands. And the future, likely future outcome or the future energies is the Page of Pentacles. Okay, not a bad reading. Uh, what the past card tells me, the Hermit, is that you've been kind of in your shell. Cancer, the crab, the shell, that's always your comfort zone. You've been living in your comfort zone for a very, very long time. You've been quiet, you've been inhibited, you've not really been coming out of your shell. And you've been just waiting and watching and observing from the sidelines, what is going on, whether it's at work, whether it's at home, in a relationship. You've kind of been playing on the back foot. But the present week is the Seven of Wands, which is the card of courage. If you've been putting off something, if you've been ignoring something, if you've been kind of sitting in the background, sitting in the back, and not taking charge, this is not the week to do that. This week, you need to display courage. You need to display, a strong work ethic. You need to actually go out and chase your dreams. So if this card, the Hermit, is telling me, all right, you've been kind of isolated, you've been studying something, you've been studying people, you've been studying a certain situation. This is the week where you take everything that you have learned about the situation and put it into action, and you need to act with confidence. It's quite likely that all this action and running around may not yield results immediately because the future is the Page of Pentacles. But you will definitely learn something valuable, either about yourself or about the project that you are working on. And it will be the start of something new. You've displayed courage. You've gone against the grain. You've actually acted with confidence instead of, being shy as you usually tend to be. And if you do that, you will learn something valuable. You will start something valuable which will bear fruit in the future. So the advice for this week is act with confidence, show courage, stand up for yourself, take action instead of just thinking about taking action. Do all these things and you'll have a great week ahead. So after Cancer, who do we have? We have the fiery sign of Leo, which in many ways is like the polar opposite of Cancer. Cancer is like still water, calm water, and Leo is like, you know, the fire that breaks out, that starts charging towards you. Okay, Okay, just kidding. Leo can also be very affectionate, they can be very quiet and calm also, but there is a certain smoldering energy to Leo. So now let's take a look at what the reading is for Leo. Leo, this is your tarot card reading for the week February 8th to February 14th. Three card spread. Past influences, Page of Cups. Present week is Page of Swords. And the future is Five of Cups. All right. Um, the Page of Cups, is the card, which is the past card. It is the card of puppy love. Leo, just let me know in the comments. Have you met someone interesting in the past that has got you all excited? And you think this is going somewhere. You think this is a beautiful relationship, you're going to have a great time, this is the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. Maybe you have very, very strong attraction towards this person, a very strong need to be with this person. This week, you will find out something about this person that will make you or cause you to have second thoughts. Now, I'm not just talking in a romantic sense. This could even be a job. This could be a project. You started a project with a lot of enthusiasm. You started some work with a lot of enthusiasm. But this week brings you certain news which makes you have doubts. Am I with the right person? Am I doing a good job? Is this the right job for me? If it's a business proposal, it looked very rosy in the past, and you get a sense in this week, you get information that tells you things are not what they seem. Okay, this is the card of office gossip also, so it's quite possible you hear something from someone, whether it's about your girlfriend or boyfriend, whether it's about the job that you were hoping to do, that you were planning to do, about the business proposal that you wanted to do. If you are a student, it's quite possible that you had enrolled for a course or you wanted to enroll for a course and you thought, wow, this is a wonderful course, it's going to be the best thing for my career. You get some critical information in this week which makes you pause. Like, okay, I thought this was a great opportunity. I thought this was a great person. Hold on. Maybe things are not what they seem. And what is going to happen as a result is that the future energies that are building up is the energy of heartbreak. You were emotionally invested in a person, in a job, in an educational course, what have you, something that felt fresh and new. You get some new information about that thing in this week, and you will call things off. If it's a love relationship, an engagement, it's going to cause a lot of heartbreak because you're calling things off, but you need to act decisively on the information that you are getting. If it is a job or a business proposal, you are very invested in it, you were ready to put in your money, you get some information that tells you, hold on, things are not as rosy, you call things off. You were planning to study for something, you were planning to enroll in a college or a course or something, you get some information about the person who's going to conduct the course or about the course itself, about its utility in your career, and you realize you've been looking at it through rose tinted glasses, and reality is something else altogether. It's not as great an opportunity, as great a course as you thought it was, and you are likely to call things off. Now, because there is a break, the future energies are an energy of cutting away or breaking away. What do you need to do in this week, the present? Number one, make sure that the source of information is credible and reliable. Don't rely just on gossip. Don't rely just on hearsay. Get your facts straight. All right. Don't make any hasty decisions. Look at the information that you've got from all angles. A, is the person reliable? B, is the information source reliable? C, check and double check the information two times, three times before arriving at a decision, because whatever decision you make now is going to cause a break of things. It's going to break things off. So be very, very careful this week. Don't act with haste, but you will have to make a decision. Just get all your facts straight before you make a break from a relationship, from a job, or from any other opportunity. Get your facts straight, get your facts straight. That is the advice for this week. Okay, we've made it up to Leo. Now let's look at Virgo, which is the sixth sun sign. Virgo, I remember I had done the monthly reading for February, and Virgo was not going to have a very good month. Hopefully, this week will be a little lighter on Virgo, because poor Virgo, you deserve a break. So let's look at Virgo, your tarot card reading for the week, February 8 to February 14. Okay, the past card is the Hermit, which is exactly actually the gateway card of Virgo. The present card is the Knight of Swords, a very important card, very important advice. And the future card is the Wild card or the Fool card. Now, as I said with Cancer, Cancer also had the Hermit card in the past, but with Virgo, the meaning changes. Why does it change? Because uh, this card, the Hermit card, is the card that represents the sun sign of Virgo. Okay, it did not represent Cancer, so it was not their true representation or their true self. This, however, is the true self of Virgo. So here the meaning changes slightly. In this case, it means that you've either been studying something or you've been working on something in private without telling other people. You've just been, for the past few weeks or months, you've put your head down and you've been working on a project. And it's quite likely that that project will come to fruition in this week, because the card for this week is the Knight of Swords, which is the Hanuman card. It is the card of kind of, charging into battle. It is the card of taking action, of not being lazy, not having doubts, just, you know, jumping into the fray and doing what needs to be done. So, all that planning, all that studying, all that quiet time that you have spent in the past, this is the week to apply everything you've learned and to just go in all guns blazing. You know, act with confidence. It's actually a very similar reading in that sense to the Cancer reading also. But in Cancer, because it was a Wands card and it was a Seven of Wands, uh, a seven is a highly spiritual number, and the wands is, of course, a creative output. Here, it's not so much about creativity. Here, it's more about mental activity. Okay, Knight of Swords is telling you you've probably learned something, you've been studying something, you've been working on something, and now it is time to apply your brain. Okay, it is time to take everything that you've learned and apply it, and really really apply your mind, apply your thoughts, and take action that is decisive action. It's not wishy-washy action. Okay, so let's say you've been studying something for a long time. This week you will get the opportunity to apply whatever you have studied, and you will have to be very aggressive about it. You will have to be very gung-ho about it. Now is not the time to have second thoughts. Now is not the time to actually doubt yourself or think, you know what, I need to study a little more, I need to study a little more. Virgo tends to do that, by the way. One of the classic traits of Virgo is that Virgo tends to deflect from the situation by learning something new, by retiring from work, from going away from work, and saying, just a little more, just a little more. It's actually a delaying tactic. It's because you don't feel confident. But this week is telling you act with confidence, apply your mind. Apply your mind, do whatever it takes to chase down those goals and chase success. Because the future card is the Wild card or the Fool card. Is this card is telling you any risk that you take in this week is going to be worth it. You're not a very big risk taker, Virgo, because you're an earth sign, and you're just very quiet and gentle people most of the time. You're very brave people, but you're quiet. This is not the week to be shy. This is not the week to play it safe. Okay, take the risk, go out there. You'll be called upon if you're part of a group, if you're part of a company. There are going to be a lot of meetings in this week. You will be asked to present your ideas because you've spent a lot of time developing those ideas. This is the week to just risk it. You know, act with confidence, take a risk, be audacious. Okay, be audacious, and things will work out. It's your time to shine, Virgo. This is not the week to be shy. Okay, you have what it takes to succeed. Just go out and do it. Stop doubting yourself. That's the advice for this week. Now let's come to the next sun sign, which is Libra, which is yet another air sign, right after Gemini. Let's see what the cards have to say for Libra. Uh, Three card spread, as I said: past influences, present actions, present mindset that is required. and the likely future outcome of those thoughts and actions. So, three cards, let's see what the cards are. The past card is the Star. The present card is the Kali card, which is death, which is very, very important. And the future card is the Hierophant. Now, a very important thing that I see in this reading is all the three cards are major arcane cards. So, destiny, karma, whatever happens in this week, there is no arguing with it. This is meant to happen. This is meant to be. And you just have to go with the flow. But the good part is that the three cards are very, very good. Okay, you don't have anything to worry about. The past card is the Star. It's a very positive card. This tells me, especially in your work area, in your social sphere, things have been going pretty well. Things have been going very, very well. Uh, there was nothing to worry about, and life was pretty light. You were just floating on air, so to speak. Everything was going well. This week is the Kali card, and it is the card of transformation. It is the card of death. Death here does not mean physical death. It simply means a transformation that is necessary. Maybe there is something you've been avoiding. You know that there are certain things that need to change in your life, in the way that you do things, and you've been having a good time, you've been enjoying yourself. This week, suddenly, things are going to transform, things are going to change. You will experience a lot of growth. You will experience a transformation, but it is not a transformation that is going to be gentle. It is a transformation that is being imposed on you because maybe you've been slacking off, maybe you've been neglecting your duties, your work, and Kalima comes and says, you know what is this? You need to be working harder, you need to be doing certain things with your life. This is not the time to be lazy and slack off. It's just the beginning of the year. You have 10 more months to go, and you've already started slacking off, you've become complacent. No, that will not do. So she comes into your life this week to shake things up, to help you transform, to help you, do the things you need to do in order to achieve the goals. And what are those things? We get a clue of that from the future card. It is the Hierophant. The Hierophant talks about structure, it talks about rules, it talks about discipline. You need to transform your life in such a way that you become disciplined. If you were lazy in the past, you need to work on becoming disciplined. If you were shirking your responsibilities, shirking your growth, you need to transform yourself, you transform your mindset, transform your habits, transform your daily routine. Follow a daily routine. And that's what the Hierophant is telling you. The only way to transform, the only way to become who you are meant to be, is to take care of your daily routine, to be consistent, to work hard, to follow the rules, to follow a structured way of living. Libra, you can be very, very fun loving because after all, you are ruled by Venus. Yeah. But the time for fun and games is over. Okay. You've had your fun. Now get to work. There is a lot of work that needs to be done, and you'll thank yourself if you take this seriously because you will achieve a lot. Follow the rules, follow structure, and you will transform. If you resist this transformation, if you resist this change, Kali Ma will basically say, okay, you know what, it's my way or the highway. You don't want to transform, I will make you transform. I will create situations in your life that will force you to transform. So the best thing to do in this week is to just again go with the flow. Things are changing, things are moving, things are rapidly transforming. Accept it. The only thing you need to control, the only thing you need to do is follow a structure, follow a discipline, and things will work out. And you will look back on this week and say, wow, this week everything that I did has really transformed my life. That's the kind of energy we're talking about, something that is going to really, really help you in the long term. And you will thank yourself that you took this week seriously. So please, please, please do that. Okay? Follow a routine, get serious about life. You will be rewarded. Now let's come to the next sun sign. We've done Libra right now, right? Now let's come to Scorpio. Scorpio, let's look at what the week has to say. God, okay, these cards are really, really slippery. All right. Scorpio, this is your tarot card reading for the week, February 8 to February 14. I'm going to do a very simple three-card spread and see what the week is saying about you. The three cards or the three positions are the past influences, things that happened in the past that are still important, and the present week and future outcome, or whatever actions you take, whatever changes you make in this week, how is it going to affect your future? Is it going to affect your future in a good way or a bad way? So let's see. Card number one is Four of Pentacles. That's the past influences. Card number two is the present, which is the Vishnu card. It is the Magician. Very, very good card. And the card number three is the Ace of Cups. Wonderful reading, very, very good. Also, because there is only one major arcana card, which is the Magician, and the past and the future are minor arcana cards. This means you have a lot of free will this week. Okay? You have a lot of free will. There's a lot of action that you need to take, and whatever actions you take are the things that are going to bear fruit. Okay, the tarot rewards actions. It does not reward wishy-washy thinking. So the past card is the Four of Pentacles. You were in a good place. Money was good. You were spending time with family. Life was comfortable. But life had also kind of become boring, I think. It had become stale and predictable, which is not a bad thing. The world has become so volatile these days. If you have a predictable life where every day is the same, where your needs are taken care of, that's a very, very good place to be. So that's something that you should definitely be thankful for. And I see that good luck continuing in the present also, because the present card is the Vishnu card. It is the Magician. This tells me you're going to be performing at the top of your abilities in this week. Okay, whatever you've learned, whether it's, you're talking about a job, you're talking about your love life, your marriage life, if you're a student, you are in charge of all your talents, all your abilities, all your work in this week. And things will work out very, very well, because you have all the tools, you've gathered all the resources that you need, whether it's money, whether it's the love of your near and dear ones. This week is going to basically call you to apply those skills. How can you improve on the past? The past was great. Okay, it was the Four of Pentacles. What can you do? How can you apply your skills to improve your life? There must be some area of life where you're not 100% satisfied. Okay, while things are going all right, is there something that is, bothering you, in the sense, this could have been better, I could do more, this could be better? Yeah, why don't you apply your skills to improve that area of your life? If it's health, start going to the gym. If it's work, start spending more time at work. If it's your education, this is definitely a card that is telling you that you need to upskill. Very, very important to upskill, because whatever skills you acquire are going to help you create a much better future, because the future card is the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is new beginnings, it's new job offers, it's new love opportunities. So, the past was kind of boring, it was predictable. You do something in this week, you apply yourself in this week, and life will become exciting and fresh and new one more time. You will feel invigorated. You will start actually looking forward to your work. You'll start looking forward to getting up each day, because every day you wake up is going to be a new adventure, and it's going to be something that you really, really love. So money, work, health, family, job, 5 areas of your life. Focus your energies in this week. Figure out which aspect of life in this week can you improve even by 1%, because whatever you improve in this week is going to pay you very, very rich dividends in the weeks and months to come. So don't neglect this chance, don't miss this opportunity. It's a very, very positive week. Okay, after Scorpio we come to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, I think, was having a pretty good month when I did my last reading. Let's see what the week has to say. So Sagittarius, this is your tarot card reading for the week February 8th to February 14th. Let me lay out the cards. It's a simple 3 card spread. Past influences, present actions, present mindset. What do you need to do in this week? And future, likely future outcome. Whatever actions you take, whatever changes you make in this week, how is it going to impact your life going ahead? So let's look at the cards. Card number 1 is Judgment. Card number 2 is the Blessings of Babaji. Very, very good card. And card number 3 is Knight of Swords. Something is coming to an end. Something has outlived its karma. Something is going to exit your life. It's going to be a thing of the past. It is going to be something that when it is leaving your life is probably going to cause you a little pain. It could be a relationship, could be a job, could be a loved one, maybe a marriage, might just break down. I'm just, thinking out loud because there are so many possibilities that are possible, so many things that are possible. But certainly something important, something that you cherished, something that was valuable to you is going to come to an end in this week. But you have the blessings of Babaji on you. Now, let me look at another card because whenever I pull out the blessings of Babaji card, I'm supposed to look at one more card, and this tells me strength is the card that has come up. Something that you have been neglecting, you have the blessings of the rishis, you have the blessings of the Guru Tattva, that whatever is coming to an end, you will get the strength to face those challenges. Okay, you will get the strength to face those challenges. It's going to be a breakup, it's going to be some kind of a karma that's coming to an end. Whatever has outlived its utility in your life is going to be cut away. I see that happening. But don't worry, you will come up on top because you have the blessings of Babaji here, and you also have the future card, which is the Knight of Swords. Now, if it's a relationship that's coming to an end, it's quite likely that there will be some argument, some tears, either on your side or the other person's side. Uh, this card is telling me you just have to forget that. You have to maybe put your emotions on the back burner this week and just really, really focus on how do I move away from this situation in a way that does not impact my mind, that does not impact my mental health. Okay? And the best way to do that is to be aggressive and be and move forward, you know, with confidence, with a lot of confidence. It's going to be a little painful because something is coming to an end. But you also need to remember that if this card has come up and if the blessings of Babaji card has come up, things may look a little confusing now. Things may make you a little afraid or doubtful about what's going to come. Don't worry, things will improve. The only thing you need to do is keep your faith in yourself and move forward with confidence. A job has come to an end. Don't worry, you'll find another job. Aggressively start looking for a job. If a relationship has come to an end, it will hurt in the short term, but in the long term, the best thing to do is to keep moving forward. This is not the week when you sit and ruminate on the past, ruminate about the past. Just think that whatever has come to an end, it's a person or a job or any other thing, uh, an opportunity, a project that you were working on. People and things come into your life for a reason or for a season or for a lifetime. Clearly, these things were not there in your life for a lifetime. They were either there for a reason or they were there for a season. Thank them, say goodbye to them, mourn for them, no doubt. You will mourn for them slightly, but move on. Don't get stuck over here because I know people who remain stuck in the past, who keep thinking about a relationship that has ended, thinking about a job that has ended. They feel betrayed, they feel sorry for themselves, and they just can't move on. And that is a terrible, terrible place to be. Let me tell you that. Okay? So, La Unique 444 says, hello, hello, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here and catching this video live. Good to have you here. If you have any question, why don't you ask me in the chat? I'll be happy to answer any question. If you want a reading to be done again, just ask me a question and I'll do a reading. Okay? But I think we've just finished Sagittarius. So let's come to the next sun sign, which is Capricorn. Capricorn, let's take a look at how your week is going to be. And let's quickly do a reading for you. This is your weekly tarot reading, Capricorn, for the week Feb 8 to Feb 14. 3 card spread, past influences, present actions and mindset, likely future outcome. So the past card here is the 10 of Pentacles, great card to have. Present card is the Emperor, and the future card is the Empress. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Excellent reading. Excellent, excellent reading. The past card, 10 of Pentacles, You were settled in life, money was good, the job was good, the relationship was good, everything was good. The Emperor is telling me things are only going to improve because A, this is a major arcane card, and B, the Emperor is always about taking a step, a leap. I won't even say a step, but a leap up in your life. So if things were going well, you had money. This week, you will see an opportunity to earn more money. There might be a pay hike. If you had a house, if you had a relationship that was working well, this week is going to be very, very good on both the fronts. You will make progress on both the fronts. The thing to remember, however, with the Emperor is there tends to be a lot of focus on the head than on the heart. All right. So it's likely that while things are going well, you will be pulled away to the work front more than to your personal life. Your work front will take up more of your time than your personal life. So, but there's nothing really to worry about. Like I said, it's just a week. It's a weekly reading. At the workplace, you are going to be appreciated. You might even get a promotion. Who knows? Or the top bosses, higher management will sit up and take notice of you. And that's a very, very good place to be. So just remember, in this week, people are watching you, people are paying attention to how you are working, what work you are doing. And that is a great opportunity because it means you do a good job in this week, you get noticed, and in the future, sometime you will get the reward for that. And I say that because the future card is the Empress card, which is a very, very good card. It is the card of Mahalakshmi. And so this is the sense of what I'm getting. In this week, you need to work really hard. Pay more attention on the job than at the work front, than on the home front. I'm sorry. Pay more attention to your professional sphere of life. All right, because whatever work you do in this week is going to be noticed. You will be recognized, and very soon you will be rewarded for all your hard work because the Lakshmi card has come in the future. So I mean, I couldn't have asked for a great reading, because the past is telling me your life was already going well. The present is telling me apply yourself, work hard, and if you do that, your future is going to be higher, it's going to be better than your past. And that's exactly what we want. We want progress in life. So the advice for this week, Capricorn, is work, work steadily, make sure higher management, people in power, people who have, let's say, a say in your promotion or in your career progression, make sure you establish some kind of contact with them, start networking with them, work your ass off this week. This is going to be a very, very important week. You will be noticed, you will be appreciated, and the future is looking bright. So, all in all, I think Capricorn, I think this is probably the best reading that I have seen so far. It's a very good reading, I must say. But don't let it distract you. You still need to work towards it. We are only on Sunday today. You have the rest of the working week. So there will be challenges. There'll be a lot of hard work. You will probably be expected to stay late in the office, but it's all going to be worth it. It's all going to be worth it because you will be rewarded. And that's always a good thing. Now, the last two sun signs, Aquarius, the penultimate sun sign. Aquarius, this is your tarot card reading for the week, Feb 8 to Feb 14. Let's see what the cards have to say. It's a 3-card spread. Past influences, present actions, likely future outcome. So the past card is the Ace of Cups. The present card is Five of Pentacles. Okay. And the future card is the Six of Swords. All minor arcane cards. So these are actions you need to take or actions that you have taken in the past that may or may not bear fruit. The past is actually pretty good. The past card is the Ace of Cups. New beginnings that maybe you had started. Maybe you had started a new job, a new relationship, perhaps a new course of study. You started that with a lot of enthusiasm, with a lot of hope, with a lot of gusto, and with a lot of joy. But this week, because it's the Five of Pentacles card, this is the card of poverty consciousness. So the problem with this card is that it's also called the earthquake card. So something happens which kind of shakes things up in an unpleasant way. Okay. So if it's a relationship, you might get some distressing news about the relationship in terms of maybe you had a lot of hope in the relationship and you realize that it was misplaced hope. Things are not actually as they seem. If it's a job, you got a job some time back and you were hoping for a raise, you were hoping for an increment, you were hoping to be noticed on the job, and you realize that none of those things are happening with you in this week. Now remember this, this is the poverty consciousness card. It is not the card of actual poverty. This is more in your mind. This is more a mindset problem than an actual physical problem. It can become a physical problem if it is left to fester, if it is not addressed quickly. So poverty consciousness can become poverty. So you started a job, you were hoping for an increment, you don't get an increment. What do you need to do? You need to look for a job that pays you better. Don't stick on in the same job just because you are emotionally invested in the job. Look, if they're not paying you your money's worth, if you are doing a good job but you're not getting the money you deserve, move on. Okay? Don't wallow in self misery or in this case. If it's a relationship and the relationship is not going great, move on. The thing about this card, poverty consciousness in all aspects of life, can turn into actual poverty. It can turn into an actual phase of bad luck if you don't act. All right, you need to act in this week. Figure out what is it that is troubling you about a relationship, about a job, about someone or something in your life that looked very promising, but you realize in this week that things are not what they seem. So what do you need to do? You need to work hard, you need to apply yourself, and you need to take decisive action. This is the card of earned success. If it's a job, you wanted an increment, you did not get it, look for another job. You will have to obviously float your CV and, you know, go looking out for a job, go for interviews and all that. But that is earned success in the future. So whatever efforts you make in this week to improve that aspect of life will bear fruit. You need to take action. You need to stop feeling sorry for yourself and go out and take action. Action is rewarded. The right action will get you the right results. If it's a relationship that has not worked out, stop pitying yourself, stop feeling sorry for yourself, put yourself out there, start meeting new people. You will finally get what you deserve. You will earn a better partner, you will get a better partner. Okay? So, the advice of this week is to not indulge your self pity, to not feel sorry for yourself if something is bad, if something bad is happening in your life. Learn the lesson from the event and move on quickly. Okay, that's the best thing you could do. Move on quickly instead of sitting around feeling sorry for yourself. Okay, and the future is fine, it's earned success. You will snap out of it and you will finally manage to get what you deserve or get the person that you deserve. Just this week, get your head screwed on straight, you know. Don't feel sorry for yourself, take action, move on. That's the advice. And now finally we are at the last sun sign, which is Pisces. Pisces, let us see what is the card tarot card reading for this week, February 8 to February 14. A very, very important week also because it's Mahashivratri happening on the 15th. So I am planning to do a video on Mahashivratri. Maybe I'll do it next Saturday, just before Shivratri, on certain sankalpas you can make to make the most of the Shivratri energy. But for now, let's look at your tarot card reading. Pisces, this is your reading for this week. Past influences is the blessings of Babaji, very good card. Present is the Six of Pentacles, and the future is the Tower. All right. You had the blessings of the rishis, you had the blessings of the devtas. Life was good, life was going well. No, nothing to complain. And I'm sure that that energy is also going to come into this week, because once you've established a contact with the Guru Tattva, unless you really, really screw things up, that connection is not broken. All right. The present is Six of Pentacles. Right. Now, Six of Pentacles also talks about community. It talks about people working together. So, let me know, are you a part of a spiritual community? Now, I'm going to look at this reading in two ways. One is the daily mundane activities that people do, work, love, family, and all that. But This reading also has a very, very high spiritual quotient. So let me first cover the mundane aspects of life. Good card for mundane aspects like health and money and career growth and all those things. You will be appreciated, people will see you in a good light. This is also the card of calculated generosity. So be a little careful about lending money to people. It's also possible that if you have lent money to people, that you will see that money coming in this week. Health will be fine, although you need to be very careful about how you use your time and use your energy, because the future card is the tower. Some major life changing event, life changing news, something big is building up in your life. Okay. Now, this could be a good thing or a bad thing. Let's talk about the negative first. Maybe there is a health crisis, maybe there is a health problem that you have been neglecting. If that is so, I would urge you to get checked this week. Do all the health checkups, take a look at your weight, take a look at your BMI, see whether you need to start hitting the gym, see if you need to start eating right. Okay. Calculated generosity also means you need to be, you need to turn that onto yourself. Just because you love food doesn't mean you stuff your mouth. Measure everything and eat. Okay. Don't eat too much, don't eat too little. Six is a number of balance. Okay. You need to be balanced in everything that you do, because if you are imbalanced in any area of your life, in the future, sometime in the future, things will deteriorate very, very fast. If it's money, you need to be balanced where it comes to earning money, spending money, and investing money. Don't overspend, because otherwise we are looking at the tower coming in the future. If it is health, either go to the gym, start exercising, but don't overdo it. Overdoing anything, whether it's laziness or it's exercise, it's not good. Be balanced, because any imbalance again will manifest the tower. Career again, don't overwork. At the same time, don't be lazy, don't procrastinate. Strike a balance, strike a work life balance, and things should be fine. Otherwise, we are looking at the tower in the future. But remember, I did say that there is also a spiritual quotient to this reading. The blessings of Babaji has come in the past, which tells me if you are a spiritual person, you probably belong to a spiritual sampradaya. You have a guru, you have somebody who is your mentor in your sadhana. This is the card of Sangha. This is the card of, you know, finally coming to terms with your spirituality and realizing that, you know what, I am a spiritual being and I need to focus on my sadhana. I need to focus on my spirituality. I need to stop letting distractions get in the way. And I really, really need to focus on my sadhana. The result of all that focused sadhana, the result of obeying your guru and obeying the word of the guru is that you will have a very rich Kundalini experience, spiritual experience of some kind in the future. The tower also talks about a Kundalini awakening. It talks about spiritual insights that come to you. You know, you slog and you slog and you slog, you have a guru, you do your sadhana, and for years and years and years, it's almost as if you think like nothing is changing, nothing is improving, I'm not making any progress on my spiritual path, and boom, something just catches you by surprise. Out of the blue, you get some key insights about your sadhana, you get some key insights about yourself, and life is never the same again. We are talking of that level of spiritual insight coming to you. The only thing you need, but that's of course in the future, the thing you need to do right now is listen to your guru, keep doing your sadhana, and just, you know, keep doing it. Be very, very consistent with your practice. Be very consistent. Don't disobey the guru at this point. Do not neglect your sadhana. Strike a balance. Yes, you have a life, but at the same time, that should not take you away from sadhana. Do your sadhana properly and stay connected to the guru. You are going to have some major spiritual insight very, very soon in the future. This is a very, very important and valuable moment in life. Please don't squander it. Okay? I hope this reading made sense to you, Pisces. Let me know in the comments if you have a guru, if you've been doing some sadhana. I would love to know how you are progressing in your sadhana, because I think you are on the cusp of something very, very important. A spiritual breakthrough that is going to transform you like nothing else. Okay? For the mundane aspects of life, strike a balance, be careful. But as far as your spiritual life is concerned, this is going to be something major that's going to play out in your life, and it is going to completely transform your Shakti. It is going to completely elevate you. So I wish you all the best. And as I keep saying, I have done very detailed tarot readings for each sun sign for the entire year of 2026, month by month. All you have to do is go check it out in the description below. And let's see now. 15th February is Mahashivratri. I will do a reading about Mahashivratri, and maybe a very special reading for each sun sign. What is the sankalpa that you can take? What is it that you can ask Shivji for? Which area of your life do you want Shivji to help you in? And where can you seek his help? I will be doing that reading very, very soon. Probably, let's say Thursday or Friday, I will do another live when I will talk about these things and do a very special Mahashivratri spread for all 12 sun signs. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, this is it for this live session. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for watching. In case you missed the live, do watch the video once it is up, and have a great week ahead. And I will see you very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.